Shalom, call Haloim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations, as always, to the hopefully elect listening and learning. It's the brother Azariah back with a few things in the news that we're going to touch on today. Now, this video here from Patrick Humphrey, as you see the title, Emergency Alert, Internet shut down in 25 states. FBI issues urgent warning. You know what I'm saying? And we're in a time where the powers that be, they've already been warning that cyber attacks are coming from different nations. They've been talking about Iran and China and, different nations that are going to perform cyber attacks on America in the future. Now, whether it's these particular nations that they've mentioned are going to do these things, or what more likely is the case is that America is going to perform these cyber attacks on its own citizens. I mean, that shouldn't be far-fetched to believe. Just look at the track record of America. They've performed many false flags, attacks on their own citizens, blamed it on somebody else. The 911 situation, that's a prime example. Pearl Harbor, you see, so you can't put them past these devils, and we're in a time where they're desperate. They're really looking to push this NWO. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to do what they have to do to make it happen. And ultimately, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has put the spirit on these devils to move forward, warp speed with the agenda. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and check out a portion of this video from Patrick Humphrey. You know what I'm saying? Because look, man, at the end of the day, time is short. And that's what the men of the Lord are letting you know, that time is short. And the closer that we get to the end, every day that goes by, we are closer to the return of Yahweh Shai and the end of this world. So this is a time where you need to be circumspect. You need to be vigilant. You need to be on your guard at all times. See, because what's about to happen, a lot of people, number one, are not ready for, and number two, it's going to catch a lot of people off guard because they haven't been watching. You see, and it's better to watch and be aware of what's going on around you, because when certain things do come to pass, you will be prepared. First and foremost, you'll be prepared mentally for it. And number two, you should also be, seeking Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But that's the first and foremost thing. But, that's all a part of being mentally prepared. You know what I'm saying? But even to an extent, preparing carnally for what's coming. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know that a famine's coming, it would be wise to, stock up on some things while it's still relatively cheap, just for an example. But hey, the fashion of this world is passing away. These devils, they're coming down very heavy-handed with their enchantments, with their witchcraft and their sorcery. Demons are jumping on people, man. It's just a lot going on. So we're going to go ahead and check this out.
This is big breaking emergency news. We are now seeing 25 different states being affected right now from a major cyber attack that is wiping out internet and causing internet outages and internet blackouts in these certain states. This is a current situation happening right now. This is affecting millions of different people in these 25 different states. All right, we also have the FBI warning that we're going to see even more attacks on U.S. critical infrastructure. All right, so there's a lot of big stuff going on. This is on top of the big news that I broke earlier today as well. This is entirely new, and now we're seeing internet outages and internet blackouts as well. Right, so this is big, and you should be getting prepared. So really quick, please hit that like for me, hit that subscribe button to.
Now, real quick, like I mentioned, they're gonna blame these certain outages on foreign entities, but it's really them, it's really the American government that are going to perform these things on the people? Have they not passed laws, or have they not been talking about mass censorship? Cutting off the internet. Matter of fact, the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, he actually called for that. You know what I'm saying? He actually called for that, for the internet to be shut down. And I had made a post the other day on the main sit down channel. I got a strike, so I can't upload on there for about a week. But yeah, it was something to that effect of that Klaus Schwab was calling for basically any main independent platform that's outside of mainstream to be shut down. You see, so it's not a coincidence. And also, they've been passing laws in America that are outlawing free speech, you know what I'm saying, and that are against independent journalism. So they've already set the precedent for the internet to be shut down. They've already set things up to where they can go ahead and actually do this now. And I forget who it was, but it was a senator. They actually passed a bill that allows the government to I think it was a surveillance bill or something like that. So now they can legally spy on you, which if they got to pass a law to do these things, they've already been doing it. You see, this is not some new thing to where they just going to spy on you now. No, they've been collecting your data. They've been, searching out your IP address and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So now that these things are in being put into place in law, now it's legal. You know what I'm saying? Now they can do it in the open. So it's not a coincidence that you're seeing, all these states that are in the red, all right, that they're having internet issues. Wasn't it AT&T? They just had an outage about a few months ago. You see what I'm saying? Pharmacies, they were having problems with their internet, things of that nature. So we already know before they go full scale with these things, they're gonna perform test runs. You see? So listen, this is where we at. All right, these devils are coming down with great wrath because they know they have a short time, and this is only the beginning, man. People ain't seen nothing yet.
Get notified. I'm posting multiple videos every single day, keeping you guys updated on this big urgent news. All right, so this is currently happening. 25 different states. You can see here: California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Nebraska, Kansas, North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, West Virginia, Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Pennsylvania, New York, and Connecticut are all being affected right now because internet service providers are under a major cyber attack right now. And we also have the FBI warning that we're going to see even more cyber attacks. Check out this headline really quick. FBI says Chinese hackers preparing to attack U.S. infrastructure.
Here's how soldiers eliminate mosquitoes around them in just 90 seconds or less. This tiny tactical mosquito
came out today. This warning just came out today, and they're saying that we're really close to the big one. All right, we will get into more details of that in just a second, but you can see here that there has been a nationwide internet outage of Frontier Internet, who provides millions of customers with internet phone service, and they span over 25 states.
Are y'all seeing this, man? First, you see because they've already been putting out reports that the infrastructure is going to be attacked. Well, guess what? That Baltimore bridge that was attacked a couple weeks ago or a month ago, that was deliberate. All the information is pretty much came out on that. Now they're trying to keep the details of it hush hush, but if anyone that has a working brain or common sense knows that whole thing was set up, all right? But they're attacking the infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? They're attacking the bridges. They're attacking roadways. They're attacking airspaces. They're even attacking the internet. See, all these things are a part of the American infrastructure. Remember what was happening early last year with all them train derailments? Chemicals spilling over. Look, man. This is that great wrath, but they about to take it up to another level. See what I'm saying? Because they got to do this thing now. Like, they really got to put this NWO in place right now, because they see that the writing is on the wall. They've been messing around with the CERN, and they've been getting signs from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that their rulership is pretty much up. So of course they're moving in the direction of, we need to hasten this. You know what I'm saying? And I remember doing articles where they pretty much said that in so many words, that they need to hasten this agenda. And they're saying it's China, which, hey, I'm not saying that it's not China, but at the end of the day, we also know that the elites at Davos, okay, which the elites at Davos, the World Economic Forum, they're in the pockets of these American politicians. You see, Joe Biden and these local senators and mayors and governors, Gavin Newsom and Mayor Eric Adams, all these people are paid off by the WEF. You see, Justin Trudeau, the same thing is happening in Canada. All these people are carrying out the same agenda for the same people. So knowing where this is coming from, like I said, I'm not saying China can't be involved, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? The point is, whether it's China or whether it's people at the WEF, making calls to bring this about, it could be both sides. But at the end of the day, America is going down because it's the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High is using multiple factions to bring hell upon the earth. This is that hour of temptation that's upon us, man. All right. And when you look, once people lose the internet, you're going to see things really turn up to a point of what you've never seen it before, because a lot of people make money on the internet. Of course, a lot of people use the internet for folly, and there's also a lot of truth on the internet as well. And the truth that's on the internet is the main reason why these devils want to shut it down, because they can't control the narrative. Pretty much the internet is undefeated. The internet is undefeated, man. It's too much truth that's coming out against these damn devils. So they gotta, cut the cord, if you will. Let's continue.
In the US, right? So this is big. They've had to shut down their systems after the cyber attack. You can see here it says telecom giant Frontier shuts down some systems after cyber attack. It says Texas-based telecommunications company Frontier Communications reported a cyber attack to the SEC on Thursday. It says they cover services in over 25 states. It says the company said it detected unauthorized access to its IT systems on April 14th and began instituting a, quote, containment measures that included, quote, shutting down certain of the company's systems, right? The shutdowns caused operational disruptions that the company said, quote, could be considered material. And says based on the investigations, it has determined that the third party was likely a cybercrime group, which gained access to other information and personally identifiable information as well, the company said. So this is big. This is on top of the news that I broke earlier today as well. There's a lot of big things going on, and it seems like these attacks are increasing in frequency. All right, let's get into the details here of this update that was just given by the FBI. You can see here, just posted today, FBI says Chinese hackers preparing to attack U.S. infrastructure. And you can see here, here's another headline. It says FBI director warns Chinese hackers lying in wait to attack U.S. infrastructure. And it is, quote, upon us now. All right, they sent out this official bulletin on their own website. All right, this is on the FBI website. And they're warning that the Chinese government, quote, poses bold and unrelenting threats to U.S. critical infrastructure. All right, so they've been warning of this for a few months, but it seems like we are getting close, and it seems like a lot of these attacks that are happening in the background could potentially be foreign attacks, and there's also potentially bad state actors that could be taking advantage of these attacks for these false flag situations, because these cyber attacks are very gray and very sketchy, right? Let's dive into the details here. He said, the PRC, People's Republic of China, has made it clear that it considers every sector that makes our society run as fair game in its bid to dominate on the world stage, and that its plan is to land low blows against civilian infrastructure to try to induce panic and break America's will to resist. Right? So this is going to be death by 1,000 cuts, where we keep seeing these critical infrastructures taken offline, and every time this happens, it costs billions of dollars. Companies lose a ton of money, and sometimes they don't recover from this.
And another critical infrastructure service that's being attacked as well is 911. 911 people are reporting that they've been trying to get in contact with 911 and they haven't been having any success, in these certain states. We also see that the police are being defunded in multiple states. The budget is being cut, hours are being cut as well. Like, you'll have 3, 4, or 5 police patrolling a whole section of a city. You know what I'm saying? So the conditions are ripe for chaos to ensue. This is what they want. All right, this is an election year. So things are going to get very chaotic. Things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. But 911, that's a crucial service, because 911 isn't just to call police. Like, 911 is for if you need an ambulance, or if you need a EMS service, or 911 is a multi-purposed call line. So if that goes down, or not if, but when that goes down, because eventually there is going to be no police, you know what I'm saying? They're going to pull all that back, because they don't want there to be any sort of comfort or salvation coming to people, man. Like, they want people to catch hell. You see? So before they completely cut out the police forces and the firefighters and the EMS, they're going to cut out the internet. Okay, they're going to cut off your ability to communicate as a whole. So you have to, check the game and see what these devils got going on. All right, because this right here is some heavy demonic witchcraft that they about to perform, and a lot of people are about to be taken. Spirits of vengeance are at an all-time high. So when the lights go out, when people don't have there's certain comforts, especially when the food goes, all right, because you think about these certain markets, supermarkets, man. Pretty much all of them are dependent upon the internet. You see? So when the internet goes, man, everything is going to be crippled. Truckers that are on the road, they got to use GPS to get to and fro. What's going to happen when the whole grid is knocked out, and you can't receive certain signals, or you can't receive calls from businesses because the whole internet is out. You see? So this is a order out of chaos scenario that's being set up, man. Point blank, period. All right. Let's go. FBI says Chinese hackers preparing to attack U.S. infrastructure. We'll just get a little bit of it briefly, because Patrick Humphrey was touching on it. Chinese government-linked hackers have burrowed into U.S. critical infrastructure and are waiting for just the right moment to deal a devastating blow. FBI Director Christopher Wray said on Thursday. An ongoing China. Now, before I even go any further, right? right now, the U.S. is still trading with China, okay? But the FBI is warning that, hey, China, they're attacking our infrastructure. So if that's the case, why isn't something being done against China for these actions, right? No, they're allowing it to continue. They're still trading with China. They're still in communication with China. So what's really going on here? Like I said, they're gonna blame foreign entities on what they're about to bring forth. You see, this is what the devil does. This is part of that deception. You see? But it says they're waiting for the right moment to deal a devastating blow. An ongoing Chinese hacking campaign known as Volt Typhoon has successfully gained access to numerous American companies in telecommunications, energy, water, and other critical sectors. With 23 pipeline operators targeted, blah, blah, blah. China is developing the ability to physically wreak havoc on our critical infrastructure at a time of its choosing. Ray said at the 2024 Vanderbilt Summit on Modern Conflict and Emerging Threats. Its plan is to land low blows against civilian infrastructure to try to induce panic. Okay, and then panic is gonna ensue from this. Okay, this is what they want. They want there to be panic. They want people to eventually cry out for a solution, for a new system in which they can feel safe, in which they can have that peace and safety. See, but when they call for that peace and safety, sudden destruction is going to come upon them. That's what the scriptures say. Yeah, all right. So this, indeed, this order out of chaos scenario is already here. It's really only a matter of time. Okay. Second Ezra's. Let me go to the whole chapter. Second Ezra 16 and 17. It says, "Woe is me. Woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days?" Okay, these days are going to be so evil, so chaotic. There's going to be so much confusion in the midst of the land that, Ezra was seeing this and he said, well, damn, who's going to deliver me when, these days come? That's, and mind you, Ezra was a man of the Lord. And even he was afraid seeing these things. So imagine the average person that don't know Yahweh Bashmel Shai. They especially gonna be bugging out. Look, man, a lot of people are gonna give up the ghost. All right, when these certain things come, and it speaks about in Second Ezra the 5th chapter that many shall be taken in a great number. Verse 18: the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish. And we are definitely in a time of tribulation and anguish. And guess what? Famine and plague are a part of that tribulation and anguish. And they're sent for what? As scourges for amendment. So these things are sent to basically judge people for their wickedness, okay, to correct people, man. All right, that's what amendment means, to correct. See, so these scourges are being sent to basically punish these people for their iniquity. Verse 20, but for all these things they shall not return from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. And that, this right here is a precept to Revelation, the 9th chapter, where, it basically tells you about all the judgment that's going to happen on the earth. And even then, people still won't repent. You see? So, all the prophets, man, all the men of the Lord, they all saw the same thing, just at different times. All right? Verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Okay, and this is what is here, man. Great confusion is here that these devils are bringing on. Okay, another one here, Edward Snowden. Okay, which this guy, Edward Snowden, let's just go into him real quick in case you don't know who he is. Okay, Edward Snowden is an American whistleblower. Let's go here real quick. Is an American and naturalized Russian citizen who was a computer intelligence consultant and whistleblower who leaked highly classified information for the NSA, the National Security Agency, in 2013 when he was an employee and subcontractor. So the bottom line is, this guy, he's an insider. Okay, he knows, he worked for the NSA, so he knows what he's talking about. Okay, he has access, or had access to the classified documents, so he knows what these evil American politicians are all about. Okay, this is why he had to leave America, and now he's dwelling in Russia as a citizen. Okay, because more than likely, if he stayed in America knowing what he knows, he would have got knocked off. All right, the National Security Agency is just days away from quietly taking over the internet. Okay, and this is from April 17th. You see? So Edward Snowden, and I think he came out with this April the 16th. But the report then was, listen, they're days away from taking over the internet. In the video that Patrick Humphrey was going into, the internet is going down in 25 states currently. Okay? Days away from taking over the internet, media, blackout. And the real reason why they're attacking the internet is to control the narrative, censor the truth, also put people in a state of fear and confusion. Okay, because these are the, people don't know what's going on. All right. Days away from quietly taking over the internet with a massive expansion of its surveillance powers. Okay. Snowden drew attention to a thread on X originally posted by Elizabeth Goitein, the co-director of the Liberty and National Security Program at the Brennan Center for Justice, that warned of a dystopian new bill that could see the U.S. government surveillance powers beefed up to disturbing new levels. And this is what I was talking about earlier, that surveillance bill, okay, in which they're going to take over the internet. They're going to be able to impose a digital ID that people are going to have to use if they want to access the internet. See, because once they shut it down, at a certain point, it's going to come back up, but you're going to have to, have a digital ID in order to use it. See, so it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be free. You're not going to be able to just get on the internet like you do now and do what you want to do. No, they're going to be able to surveil and directly control what you look at and how you look at it. Okay, that's the bottom line. So we don't even really have to get too much into it. We understand the gist of the article. But look, these are the things that are coming down the pipeline, man. All right, these devils are really ramping up to bring some serious hell upon the earth. So this is why we say to gird up your loins, get right with Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. Time is short. This is no time to play around. This is no time to take things lightly. No, we're in some very serious times, man. Some perilous times, danger. All right, let's go here, because that flood in Dubai was super profound. Okay, because they got a year's worth of rain in one day, and pretty much the whole internet is talking about it like it's crazy. But they're saying that this biblical proportion of rain was caused by cloud seeding. Now, whether Esau use his technology to seed the clouds to produce the rain, ultimately this is all the judgment of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay, this is the judgment of the Lord upon these wicked heathen. And look, we already know what goes down in Dubai. Okay, in Dubai, you got women flying out there to basically be a toilet. Okay, for these perverse men that are out there. All kind of wickedness goes on in Dubai. So this is judgment from Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. Cloud seeding almost certainly did not play a significant role in the flooding on the Arabian Peninsula this week, but the heavy rains may have been exacerbated by climate change. When you read articles like this, you got to eat the meat and spit out the bone. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Because they trying to push that climate change narrative, which that whole climate change thing is tired, man. Like, nobody believes in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, who really believes in Like, you really got to be a damn fool to believe in some damn climate change, man. To believe that climate change is responsible for flooding out a whole city. Come on, man. This is the direct judgment of Yahweh Bashmel Shai upon that land. You know, but they were saying out there that, you know, rain came up to people's waist and even higher than that. You know, cloud seeding. Cloud seeding is a method of increasing precipitation that has been around since the 1940s. See that? So these, you know, these devils have had this technology for a very long time. So they've been manipulating the weather. All right. They're saying since around the 1940s, man. It says it involves spraying a powder such as silver iodide into clouds from planes or rockets, or by burning them from ground-based stations. Droplets of supercooled water can form around these particles, which then fall to the ground as rain or snow. The UAE has maintained one of the world's most extensive cloud seeding programs since 2002 in an effort to increase freshwater resources in the arid region. Planes regularly fly cloud seeding missions. So if they're regularly doing this over there, wouldn't this be, you know, wouldn't this flood that occurred in Dubai be a direct result of that? But in this article, they're claiming that it has nothing to do with this flood, which, like I said, you got to eat the meat, spit out the bones. Because when you read stuff like this, they're going to insert their propaganda. You know, they're going to insert their narrative and what they want it to be. But, you know, you really have to be spiritually inclined to see through the BS and actually know what's going on. All right. Yeah, man, this right here is crazy. You know, and there's an earthquake. You know, people are on edge for another earthquake that's gonna happen in Japan. And yo, Yahweh Bashmel Shah has been jacking up Japan, man. Okay, since this year started. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't they just have like a 7.6 just a few weeks ago? Now they worried about a 6.4 that's supposed to come. You know, so people are on edge about that. Then last year, you had an earthquake in what country was that? I think it was Iran. No, Slovakia, Turkey. It was Turkey. You had an earthquake in Turkey that destroyed over 50,000 plus people, man. Okay, which they don't even talk about that no more. You know, then you had one in Libya. You know, you had a flood in Libya that killed over 10,000. You see what I'm saying? So the judgment of the Lord is profound, man. You know, the Lord is truly visiting the earth, which he had made, which, you know, it speaks about that in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. You see? See, that's about it for that article. You know, we can close out on these precepts, man. But look, time is short. Okay, 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Verse 2, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Yeah. You know, we don't know the day nor the hour that the Lord is going to come, but we can gauge how close the Lord is to coming back by prophecy. See, this is why the Lord gave us signs to look forward to in the last days, to know when he would make his return, to know when the end of all things would be. So yeah, you know, those of us that are in the know, that are inclined towards prophecy, that are inclined towards Yahweh Bashmel Shai, you know, which Yahweh Shai's testimony is that of prophecy. So we know perfectly what time it is, you know. Verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with a child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Yeah. So we're supposed to watch and be sober. Okay. That's the whole point, man, to watch and be sober for the things coming upon the earth. And, you know, these people, they'll see the Dubai flood and just think that, you know, just really don't think nothing of it. See, they don't really understand the significance of what's happening with these things. You know, they don't understand that we're really at the end of this current age, man. And that, these things are manifesting, the end and the destruction of this current kingdom. You see, these people in the world can't understand that because ultimately the Lord ain't dealing with them. They just out here, lost, man, completely lost, walking around in gross darkness. You see, but the hopefully elect, hey, man, we are on our watch, like we doing what we supposed to do. We constantly watching, we constantly, bringing it out. Thus saith Yahweh Bashim Shai. So when the hell does come, look, we gonna be good. We still gonna be in our right mind. We still gonna be, praying and calling on Yahweh Bashim Shai to deliver us from these things, man. To keep us safe, to give us an edge of protection. That's what we desire. Mark 13, and let me start at 30. It says, "Verily I say unto you that this generation shall not pass till all things be done. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away." Yeah, so all must be fulfilled before the end can come. You see? Heaven and earth shall pass away, but the words of Yahweh Bashim Shai will stand forever. Verse 32, "But of that day and that hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father." Verse 33, "Take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is." Verse 34, "For the Son of Man is as a man taking a far journey, who left his house and gave authority to his servants, and to every man his work." And who are the Lord's servants? The Lord's servants are the prophets. Okay, those, that have been set up to prophesy, to proclaim the words of prophecy, to give the proper understanding, as it is written. Okay, these are the Lord's servants, man, the prophets, and to every man his work, and commanded the porter to watch. So yeah, we are spiritual watchmen. Okay, we are watching the things going on within the earth, and we're warning our people and telling you, hey, look, this is going on, that's going on. Yahweh Shai is close. Okay, the end of this world is very close. So get yourself right. Stop playing around. This is what we've been set up to tell people, man. All right. And we've been set up to tell you these things, whether you will hear or whether you will forbear. So whether you take heed and you listen and you seek the Lord, or whether you disregard it and you continue on just being wicked and not caring about nothing, hey, at the end of the day, that's going to be on you. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be on your own judgment. But you can't say that you wasn't warned. You can't say when it's all said and done that you did not receive the warning, man. That's the point. So the blood is off our hands. See, once you've heard the message, it's all up to you what you're going to do with it. All right, verse 35, it says, "Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at even, or at midnight, or at the cock crow, or in the morning, lest coming suddenly he finds you sleeping." Yeah, the men of the Lord, the prophets, we ain't going to be found sleeping. Okay, we're going to be found on our watch. You see what I'm saying? We're going to be found on our watch when the Lord come. Okay, because this is what we've been commanded to do. We've been commanded to stay on our watch. We've been commanded to cry aloud and spare not, to warn our people of the dangers that are coming. Okay, those that take heed, they're going to be considered wise and they're going to be kept from the evil that's coming. But those that tarry on in their wickedness and in their folly, they're all going to perish, man. All right, so that's it for the lesson. I'm going to close it out here. In closing, call halal, Yahweh Bashim Shai Bashim Kadash. Until next time, Lord willing, shalom to the elect.